and today we're going to be ranking all of the Oscar Best Picture winners from the past decade. So, yeah, I recently rewatched all of these. Or not rewatched, most of these I hadn't seen before. So, yeah, I'm just gonna start right off here. Coming in at number 10, we have The King's Speech. Now, by no means is this a bad film. It just, is, not really saying anything, I guess. It's not a, it doesn't really have any deep, like, subject matter, I guess. And, but it still has great acting from, Colin Firth and the rest of the cast. And, good directing, but sort of boring, cinematography. But, yeah, by no means is this a bad film, but just didn't, sort of captivate me, I guess. So, yeah. And that won, the 2010 Best Picture. Next, we have Argo by Ben Affleck. This movie was definitely, like, you're on, like, the edge of your seat, sort of at the end. And it, shot very well, written really well, and, had good acting, but mainly from Ben Affleck. And, it's just, like, sort of mind-blowing how this is a true story. And, yeah. This won the 2012 Best Picture. So, yeah. Very good film, and you should watch it. Next, we have Green Book by Peter Farrelly. Now, this film is probably the most controversial one to, like, actually win the award, because it wasn't really received well by critics, and it wasn't, like, I'm looking here, it got 78 on Rotten Tomatoes, while every other film is in the high 90s. So, yeah, but 2018 wasn't a very good film or it wasn't a good year for film, I guess. And, yeah, this won, the 2018 Best Picture, and, great performance from Viggo Mortensen and, Mahershala Ali. And their chemistry sort of, like, saves the film, because it would be pretty boring if they deep subject matter in it. But the thing is, I feel like the reason people didn't like it is because it's sort of, like, lighthearted and I guess watered down, and it's not very, like, raw, I suppose. So, that might not be why some people like it, but, I feel like that's better for a more broad audience to, like, get the message out there, instead of having, like, a really small minority with, like, a really, like, powerful film. But, yeah, still a great film. And, yeah. Next, we have, The Artist by Michael Hazanavicius. I'm sorry. I cannot pronounce things very well. But this won the 2011 Best Picture, and it's really well done. It's a silent film in black and white, so it definitely isn't something you see all the time. But of course, like, great performances from both the lead characters, because they can't really talk, so they have to really act well. And it doesn't really have a deep message, which but I can still see why it won, because it talks about, like, the film industry and, like, kind of the turn of the like, speaking in movies. And yeah, great music, of course, because that's, like, the only thing you hear. And yeah, still a good movie, even without, like, a deep message. So, next we have Spotlight by Tom McCarthy. And this is sort of a like those true crime podcasts, but like in movie form, and that's not bad at all. It's really well done, and it has great performances from Mark Ruffalo, Michael Keaton, Rachel McAdams, and just the whole cast really. And yeah, and it's really like crazy how this is a true story as well, and yeah, really well done, and yeah, good movie. Next we have playing film, definitely something you're not just gonna like sit down and just watch. Definitely is just shows the injustice of slavery and like how really it had no place in our country. And yeah, great performances from the whole cast, and it's kind of crazy how they can make you hate Benedict Cumberbatch and Michael Fassbender. And yeah, really good film, really powerful film, and definitely doesn't pull its punches when talking about slavery. So yeah, and this won the 2013 Best Picture. Alright. Next we have The Shape of Water by Guillermo del Toro. Now this was a movie I didn't expect to like, but I don't know, it's just really well done. Great acting from like the whole cast, mainly hold up. Sally Hawkins and Michael Shannon as the like villain. This is like the only movie with like a sort of main antagonist, and they really did it well. And yeah, this is also probably like my favorite score of any of the movies I saw. I don't know why, but it just had really good music. And it's a very weird film, but it was really well done, and yeah, I liked it. So, and that was the 2017 Best Picture winner. Next, we have Parasite by Bong Joon-ho. And some people might have expected me to put this at #1, and some people do have this as their #1. But yeah, this is a really well done movie. The only Best Picture winner to be in not the English language, which is cool. And you would think that the subtitles sort of like take you out of the experience, but they don't. Still a very good.
Get hurt or worse.
Yeah, they don't really distract you. But yeah, this is really a like a non-American film, and yeah, it talks about sort of like the class struggle in Korea and really anywhere. Terrific directing and like really good cinematography. Definitely a sort of like roller coaster of events, I guess. And yeah, really good film, and you should definitely see it on Hulu. And that was the 2019 winner for Best Picture. Coming in at my #2 spot, we have Birdman, or The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance. Now this movie I didn't expect to like either, but I really did. This was a really like an experience of a movie, I guess. The one shot, like one take sort of thing, definitely isn't a gimmick, and it really brings you into the movie. And like sometimes you don't even notice it. But yeah, great performance from Michael Keaton, and some of the other actors, Emma Stone and Edward Norton, did a really good job. And it definitely, it's sort of like open to interpretation, I would say. But in my opinion, I feel like it tackles like mental health and sort of how celebrities can like face that after their like prime, I suppose.
Happy to sign autographs,
and
no selfies.
Yeah, I really like this movie, and you should definitely see it too. And finally, coming in at our #1 spot, we have Moonlight by Barry Jenkins. I also didn't really expect to like this movie, but it's just like really has no flaws. It's sort of split into 3 separate parts of this kid's life. Like as he grows up in like not a suburb, but like a I don't really know how you would say it. In Miami, and it really tackles bullying and how like you kind of have to hide your true self in when you're just in this sort of situation. There aren't a lot of movies like this, and definitely done very well. Great performance from all 3 actors that portray the main character on this list. Great cinematography, symbolism, and just direction. Just all around like a perfect film in my opinion. And yeah, you should definitely see it on Netflix. So yeah. That has been all 10 Best Picture winners of the 2010s ranked and sort of analyzed. And yeah, let me know down in the comments what your list is and what I should do next. So, yep. See ya.